صدوق وما من نخاء وما من نخاء.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's another day and it's another episode of Inside Islam. I'm Rashid Chwanuka. Today is the 7th day of Rabiul Awal, 1445, our Islamic calendar, mashallah. We are here again to discuss Islam and issues in Islam. And today we are tackling the Islamic banking. Some few weeks back we discussed Islamic banking, but not extensively. But today, mashallah, we shall go deep into Islamic banking. Today I have my brother, Sheikh Buembo Abdurrahman Kasulef from Nakasero Community Circle, mashallah. He's going to take us through the concept of Islamic banking. We want to understand Islamic banking, the fundamentals, the doctrines. How do we account for losses and profits in Islamic banking? Brother Sheikh Buembo, say salam to our viewers and welcome to UBC. Can I call you Sheikh, brother? Oh,
no, Abdurrahman.
Oh, mashallah.
Yeah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala nabiyyina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Wa ba'd, assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaykum salam wa rahmatullahi.
My name is Abdurrahman Buembo Kasule, and I'm the Managing Director of Nakasero Muslim Community Foundation.
Okay, mashallah. Welcome to UBC.
I'm glad.
Okay, how is, briefly, who is brother Buembo? Don't want him to attach the word brother, but of course, Islamically, you're my brother.
Yeah, yes, I am. Excuse me. Now, Abdurrahman Buembo Kasule.
Are you attached to Kasule Wandege?
No.
Okay.
Why is it people ask me that? Yeah, I may be, but you know,
not closely.
Not really closely, and I always want to be an independent person. I want to build my own profile.
Okay.
But we are a bit related.
Okay.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. Now, Abdurrahman Buembo Kasule. I'm a married person.
Mashallah.
Yeah.
But we still have space for more.
Some slots, alhamdulillah.
Okay.
Mashallah.
No.
Yeah, I have been working with the small and medium enterprise. I've worked with several entities.
Okay.
When I had just graduated, I worked with the Uganda Small Scale Industries Association, Rugogo.
Okay.
I was working as the managing director, Uganda Small Scale Industries Association. Then from there, I worked with the Ministry of Local Government, Project Coordination Unit, and I have Balita Tafali. I have an input on the National Development Plan.
Oh, mashallah.
And DPP 3, I was one of the team.
Okay.
I worked on the team. I worked with the team that negotiated the international trade agreements between Uganda and the East African region.
Okay,
at a Fairway Hotel with the Professor Augustus Nwagawa. Okay. I worked on local economic development with the Professor Nwagawa, Madam Tibamwenda, and Mr. Patrick Mutawiri. By then, was in local government. Okay. So I was working on the project coordination unit. Okay. So I've worked with small and medium enterprises for some good years.
Okay, mashallah.
And then in 2013, I went to Dubai. Okay. After after Poverty Eradication Action Plan was succeeded by National Development Plan, NDP. So there were some programs which we worked on, and then I decided to go to start on my own. Then I went to Dubai. Okay. I was in Dubai for 8 years, and I worked with the Dubai. I first worked with the Emirates Airlines. Okay. Then finally I worked with the Dubai Islamic Bank. Okay. So from there I came back. When I came back during COVID time, it was terrible. But because I had worked with small and medium enterprises, I started to start on my own. Okay. So I moved on. I had just graduated with the Koan University of Australia, but the program was hosted by Emirates college in Dubai on aviation
I can
logistics.
see the CV is too big and mashallah.
Not really too big. Yeah, so when I came here, 2021, I think. So when COVID had just came in Uganda, actually the first lockdown, that's when I came in.
The terrible one.
So I was at home and I said, let me resume, do my project proposals, appraisals, and do some research instead of keeping myself down as I wait for my visa to go back to Dubai. So I went back to Chisenyi, you know Chisenyi, because I had worked with smaller macro and micro enterprises. So I went back and I started to re-establish myself. I went back to business. I resumed with proposals, and I was part of the team that evaluated the earlier poverty alleviation programs. So that's when the president said Islamic banking has been okayed at tier 4. Then I said no way.
When you say tier 4, what do you mean?
Tier 4, when you say tier 4, we mean Saving and Credit Cooperative Organization and MDI, the microfinance banks. That's the tier 4. Then tier 2, that's when we see banks like housing finance. Then tier 2. Then tier 1, Islamic Bank, Centenary Bank,
and others.
That's tier 1. So it's the one that the president has just okayed now. Yeah.
It is tier
1.
Tier 1, okay, mashallah. So, Brother Brahman, today we're going to discuss Islamic banking. That was the sideline of the discussion. I want us to interest ourselves in Islamic banking. Briefly, what is Islamic banking? Yes.
Islamic banking is defined as, it is banking. Just as
banking Islamically?
No. It is banking. Because banking, literally banking, is when you deposit your money to a deposit collection institution that has been licensed
yes,
to keep the money safely and then to lend it out when it needs. But it's an institution where you take the money that you don't have to use it. You cannot bank the money when you have something that you're going to use it, like trading. So you take the money to the bank when you don't have what to do with the money. Because if you have what to do with the money, it's either in stock, or it is being put in an asset.
But sometimes you let us endure and save. Even if I want to use it, then say you save.
That is different. There's a difference. There's a difference between banking and saving. That's why when you go to open up an account, they say, is it a savings account, or a current account, or a business account?
The three are different.
Totally different.
What's the difference?
The difference is, for saving, they give you, they can assign you that you have to withdraw once in a month.
That is
no
saving.
Charges, but have to withdraw once in a month. That means that during that time when the money is not withdrawn, the bank is using it.
It is recycling
with
the money.
Current, you withdraw any time, but there is a charge. With business, you can access it any time, any amount, with no limit. But it's following with a charge.
Let's go back to Islamic now. Islamic banking.
So Islamic banking, let us say that it is banking like other banking systems. But the difference between Islamic banking, now we are looking at Islamic banking and conventional banking. The difference between the two, the Islamic banking is following the Islamic principles. And when we say Islamic principles, we're talking about a banking system that does not allow interest. I mean say interest, but the proper statement to use that that gives someone freedom to do business, that does not squeeze someone. That is Islamic banking. Some people say, excuse me. Some people say that Islamic banking is for Muslims.
True. That is the perception.
And some people, quote me right, some say no, it's for Muslims it uses money that's not going to help people, and it cannot even work here with some people. Let me tell you one thing.
So you're here to change the perception now.
I may not change the perspective,
but you might try.
I want to tell them the truth.
Okay.
That the economic situation we have in Uganda, it is only and only Bad al-Rahman, Islamic banking, that can change the economic status of our country. Uganda. Yes. I have been doing some work with the planning department and that and what. But Uganda has the 5 macroeconomic problems.
Okay. You talked about the
5 macroeconomic problems.
Okay.
All economies have got challenges and problems.
Okay.
In Uganda, we have inflation.
Inflation, okay.
We have unemployment. We have balance of payment problem.
Okay.
We have high population growth rate, which is not dependent, which is not independent.
Independent, it's dependent, yes.
You get. So it increases pressure to the available scarce resources that the country has. The CBR, that is central bank rate.
Rate, yes.
That is the rate at which the central bank lends money to financial institutions.
True.
If the CBR is high, that means that the financial institutions are going to charge high interest rate.
Yes.
If the interest rate is high,
it means
it
means I cannot come and peacefully get money because the interest is so high.
Before I may come because I have no way. I'm a trader, I'm a producer, and I need money.
Okay.
But the higher the interest rate, the higher the production cost, the higher the prices of goods and services, the higher the inflation.
Okay.
So if you have an inflation which is determined by high interest rate, and we have inflation which is imported inflation, and we have bottleneck inflation.
Sheikh Abdurrahman, you're going to these technical terms and economic terms, you have to ease them so that you can understand.
That's where I'm coming. Now, the situation of, because when we talk about inflation, we're talking about the persistent increase in the prices of goods and services.
Services, yes.
If the price is high, the reason why President is fighting interest rate is because he's trying to fight inflation. And he stated it. Because when the inflation is high, the people's standard of living will be in jeopardy. People will not be in position to purchase what they want.
What they want because it's high, yes.
And 2, it exaggerates the national income figures, because when we're measuring national income figures, that's why I would say that national income figures, GDP measured at current market price. So when you measure the national income figures, the GDP, that's a gross domestic product, at market value, the figure will show that the GDP is high. Because of high prices
and inflation,
resulting from inflation. Yet in the actual sense, it is not reflecting the standards of living that people are living in. When you get the per capita, GDP per capita will be reasonable, yet in the actual sense, people are starving. That's why we say that.
You get the figures when they
exactly. That's why we say that inflation is a problem in an economy. If inflation is a problem in an economy, and it is caused by high interest rate, that means that if there is a system that is coming with no interest, it is liberating the economy.
And sometimes we lack this knowledge because people tend to think that Islamic banking is here for the Muslims.
No.
Kumbe, it is here to liberate.
Islamic banking is in Kenya, it's in Tanzania, it's in Rwanda. It's working very well.
Let's first look at the 4 microeconomic problems you talked about. You dealt on the inflation.
Yes.
Can you talk about the unemployment too?
Inflation, when the prices of goods and services increases,
Okay.
the households, these are the people who go and
buy. The
they
market.
will not be in position to buy
Oh.
because the prices.
And if they don't buy, it means someone who is
the one who
selling.
has imported or who has produced this will not produce again.
Oh.
And if he's not producing, he borrowed money from the bank.
Yeah, okay.
The bank is saying whether you've made profits or not, you
I
have to pay the interest plus
you
the principal.
fail, your product.
When you fail to meet the deposit of this month, the interest is doubled.
Yeah, I remember during COVID-19, people who had loans, the interest doubled and doubled.
So if the interest is doubled and you fail to pay previous month, this month it has been doubled. The next month it is doubled again.
Tripling.
So you're losing the collateral security you submitted.
Yeah.
So the collateral security has gone and the business has also gone.
So you're going back to zero.
You're at zero level. You're hopeless. Tolina subi. Some youths, what they do, they leave the villages
to come to town.
That's rural urban migration.
True.
But what will come town, never getting disappointed. They become unruly.
Criminality. Exactly.
They are there to support anyone that is promising a brighter future. Because they are idle. You're getting it.
Yes.
So unemployment at a given time can be caused by inflation.
Inflation, okay.
And at the same time, when this person who has left the business,
okay,
that means that he has created a gap for URA revenue.
Yes.
Remember, URA has a target of revenue that is supposed to correct annually.
True.
But if this one has pulled out of the business,
it means
that means that
there is a loss somewhere.
No, there's no loss. URA will come back and do apportionment. The tax that has been paid by Joseph is going to be apportioned between Abdurrahman and Siraj.
That's right.
That means that my tax is going to increase because a tax base, one of the tax base that the government has been with has moved out of business. So they do apportionment.
Then they distribute among us.
Exactly. Omusolo gwange gugenda kweyongera.
Yes.
Omusolo gwange gweyongera. Kitegeeza ki? Nti ngenda kukola overhead apportionment.
Okay.
Bwejjako expenses nina okwongeza emiwendo gino. Sobola okurecoveringa interest y'omusajja eyampa sente. Then I also recover taxes that I've paid. What will happen tomorrow? I'll also exit from the business. That means that the chain keep on increasing because of interest rate. That's why you see
the poverty levels are going high.
So people who are redundant increase. Your taxes increases because when the tax base reduces, then your has to also exactly they used to increase the taxes of the few tax base that have remained in the system.
Let me come back to you. You're still watching UBC TV program Inside Islam. I have Abdurrahman Wembo Kasule from Nakasero Community Foundation Circle. Mashallah, he's taking us through the Islamic banking vis-a-vis conventional banking. Yes. So let's look at the way Islamic banking is going to liberate the situation.
So with Islamic banking, first of all, there is no interest. That's one. Two, if there is a worst situation whereby the entrepreneur has made loss,
okay,
there's no sharing. When we are preparing books of account, we say trading profit and loss account.
True.
Meaning that if you do put money in the business, you expect one. Trading, that's when you put money in the business, you neither make loss nor profit. Okay. That's trading. Then profit, that's when you've traded and you've earned profits.
Profits, yes.
Then loss, that's when you've put money in the business, you've made loss.
Loss, yes.
You're getting? That means that we are expecting three things in the business, which the other financial institutions do not allow. Whether you've made profits
or not,
or kusasula interest. With Islamic banking, we say we are doing partnership. That is musharaka. Musharaka is when the financial institution partners with the person who is borrowing money. When you partner in business, you expect three things. One, profits, loss, or no profits, no loss.
No loss.
That means that if you have done nothing, you don't share anything with Islamic banking. If you've done nothing, you have to pay the interest. If you've made loss with Islamic banking, you sit down and see how you share the loss. If you've made loss in the conventional system, don't tell them, well, for us, we need our interest.
Okay.
That's the first difference. Another thing, traders, you go and borrow money from a financial institution. You order things in China. Then you expect that within 3 weeks, the container will be in Mombasa or Kampala, Nakawa for after 1 month. All of a sudden, the shipper delays the container.
The condition changes.
Yes, because the business environment is dynamic. More so, the external business environment is beyond the control of the entrepreneur. So when the container delays, for us, we don't mind about that with Islamic banking. Why? Because we are sharing profits. The container has not yet arrived.
So you hold
You have not sold anything. What are we going to share?
So you
We are
hold
partners in business. With conventional banking, if they tell you that the grace period is 1 week or 3 weeks,
or 1 month, fine.
or 1 month, fine. After 1 month, they start computing their interest.
Oh, even when the container
has delayed, you have issues there with the shipper. You have not received anything, but you're paying interest. Where are you getting this money from? You're either selling your things,
something, then you
or you're squeezing another business, you're killing another business to pay these people. For them, they are happy, but for you, you're dying away. That's why you see people are dying on the steering of the car.
Let's go back to the Islamic banking. Now, I've come to you for some, like, okay, next time 20 million. Within that process, what do we do? I keep bringing back the same money, or what, how are you handling it?
No, Islamic banking has good products. There's musharaka, there's murabaha, there is ijara, there is istina, there is salam.
To Islamic, can you?
No, I'm going to define. With the musharaka, that's the partnership, the business partnership. You partner in business. You've come to borrow 20 million.
Okay.
You're going to do a business. For example, buying bells for the old clothes from China.
China, fine.
Then you tell us that I have experience in this business for 5 years.
Okay.
And I'm expecting that the 20 million I have borrowed, I'm expecting to make 3 million after selling the items. Then we say, okay, fine. We are going to share 30% on the net profit. Quote me right. The net what?
Net profit.
The net profit. But we are using the 3 million as a basis for computation.
Okay.
Because there's a likeliness of finding the market situation when the dynamics are set in the uncertainties. Instead of making 3 million, you make 1 million.
1 million, yes.
So with the musharaka, we don't know exactly how much profit will you make.
Okay.
But we stick on the percentage that we are going to share, irrespective of the profits. If you make 3 million that you said, well, we take 30%, then you take 70% on the net profit after you have deducted taxes and the overheads and everything.
Okay.
If you make 1 million, we still take 30% of 1 million. If you make 500,000, we take 30% of 500,000. If you don't make, we don't take anything. If you make loss, we find a way of mitigating the loss. That is musharaka.
That is one product.
Yes. Murabaha is when someone has got an order like furniture or car that I'm going to supply cars to UBC.
Okay.
But I have signed a contract. We are getting 10 million per vehicle or per car. And they're making a down payment of 30%.
Okay.
So let us go and do the business. So me and you, we know we are getting 10 million per what?
Per delivery.
Per car. That is murabaha. Then we say, okay, fine. Out of 10 million, how much are you giving me who is bringing 70%? Then we agree that, you know, you'll take 20%. No, after agreeing, it's not standard that it has to be said. You have to agree.
Oh.
Because riba, I mean, when Allah was prohibiting riba, He said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wadharu ma baqiya min riba in kuntum mu'minin fa illam taf'alu fa'adhanu biharbi min Allah wa rasulih. That all you who believe, you have been prohibited to take riba, interest. But if you insist to do it, then you're opening up a war between Allah and His Messenger. So you're fighting with your Creator. Then the Sahaba were like, how are you going to trade? Because we've been using this money. And Allah said, وَأَحَلَّ اللَّهُ الْبَيْعَ وَحَرَّمَ الرِّبَى. So the concept of Islamic banking, if you want to understand Islamic banking, is true trading. Busubuzo bwa mazima. Because Allah said, أَحَلَّ اللَّهُ الْبَيْعَ وَحَرَّمَ الرِّبَى. I've accepted you to trade and get the benefits of trading, but I've prohibited you interest.
Meaning, loosely meaning what?
Meaning that all the products of Islamic banking rotates on trading.
You negotiate?
Clear, truthfulness trading. Obusubuzi obulambu bw'amazima. That is the musharaka and murabaha. Even istisna, even if you want personal finance, you have come, you say, I have a challenge, I have a problem. I need 30 million, but I'm not going to trade.
Yes.
I'm not going to buy asset and sell it.
I'm going to use it on personal.
Yeah, I need 30 million. It exists in Islamic banking, but what do? We say now, what is the most selling product on the market? We say Toyota Firda, for example, or Raktis, or whatever. Then we buy a car that is selling very fast, or anything, any product. We buy a product that is worth 30 million that you need. And we say, okay, fine. We are giving you this product. Go and sell and get 30 million. But when we're giving it to you, we give it to you at a higher purchase that we are giving it because we purchased the product. Now we are selling, that is trading. I purchased the product at 30 million, now I'm selling it to you at 35 million. You getting it? And we do an agreement that I have, that any institution, say Nakasero Sako, is selling a car Firda to so and so at 35 million. We bought it 30 million, we are selling it to you at 35 million. Then you go and sell that car, you get the 30 million you want, but when you're paying back, you don't pay us the money with the interest. You're paying the car we sold it to you. Because
the real money.
Exactly. Because we gave you the car and you're paying the car.
So I'm supposed to pay the 35 million you gave me.
We sold it to you a car at 35 million. Even though you got 31 million or 30 million, but you're paying a car. Because we sold you a car. Ahallallahu al-bay'a wa harrama So it's about kusiramula kintu kijemu haram.
Now, that quick question that how do you handle the service? I mean, because you're an institution and you have your operations. So if you're selling me this car at 35 and I'm going to bring back the 35, how is meeting the cost of the operations? No,
we bought the car at 30 million. And we are selling it to you at 35. So we have a profit of 5 million.
Okay.
You get it. But if we give you 30 million cash and we tell you pay back 35 million, that is riba.
I can see.
But this one, it's a product. We are exchanging products. I'm giving you, I bought a car at 30 million, I'm selling it at 35 million. So you sell the car, you get the 30 million, you solve your issues, then you start paying the car that we sold it to you. That is the personal finance.
Now, you're still watching UBC TV. I'm with Brother Abdurrahman Bowembo Kasule, the MD, Nakasero Sako. Mashallah, he's taking us through the concept of Islamic banking. It looks good, but why the perception is sometimes wrong?
Because they don't understand it.
And it's soon out to let us understand it.
Because if I have gold and you have stones, say, please bring that stone, I give you gold, and you're still fighting for the stone. It means you don't understand the value of the gold.
I'm fighting for the stone.
Yes.
Kume, there is gold you're giving me.
People are losing their products, I mean their assets day and night.
True.
Because of interests. Person is telling you, come here, look here, take the money,
okay,
do the business. If you make profits, we are going to share. If you make loss, we're sharing the loss. If you don't make profits, we don't share. If you have a projection of selling these products in 1 month and it goes into the second month, we wait because we are partners. And we help you, how are we making the business to be live. The other is saying, take this money. I need 18% of the 20 million. Quote one also, quote the other one also. If you take 20 million, we need 18% of 20 million. With Islamic banking, they're telling you that we shall take 20% on the net profit. Meaning that if you take 20 million and you happen to make profits of 2 million, the institution is taking only 30% of 2 million, not 30% of 20 million you took. But the other one is saying, I need 18% of the principal you've taken. If you take the money now, you're getting out. The thugs takes the money.
Of course. That is the reality. Thugs take it.
With the conventional system,
you have to pay.
You pay the principal
and the interest.
Because they have a collateral security to liquidify and get
in
the
case
money.
you fail, the security goes.
With Islamic banking, if the investigation has been done right, and there was no connivance of taking the money, you come back on the desk, because if we arrest you, we are not getting the money. If we sell this collateral security, you become a problem to the society.
True.
You come back, we say, okay, fine. Alhamdulillah, relax. You are going to do what? I have an order of eggs to Sudan. I have made order from the farm that where I was going to get eggs. It's okay, fine. We get the money. This time we don't give you cash. And we are ceasing also to give you cash. We pay the farm that is going to supply you with eggs. You receive the eggs. You deliver the eggs to Sudan. You get the money. If we are going to share 30% on the profit, this time around the circle does not take money. But we give you 15% on the profits because you have to carry on life with your family.
Okay.
Then the 85% is used to start covering the money that was stolen.
Oh, then coming for my property and
then taking your property. So on the two, we sit down and discuss, okay, fine, should we sell the property, recover the money, or you go do the business as you recover the money?
In a country like Uganda, probably some, I look at the products, are they applicable here, all of them, according to the Musharak and whatever?
No, really. No.
What is applicable in Uganda according to you and the economist and the situation in Uganda? As
of now, most people have got, all of them, Musharaka, Murabaha, would be applicable.
Would be?
Yes.
But
the situation at which this system has come in Uganda, most people have taken money from either money lenders or financial institutions with high interests. So he gets the money from you and then he uses it to pay the other one. So it's not working. That's one. Two, truthfulness of people. People don't want to declare the truth. Tell me the truth. Then we see how we solve the situation. We have Salam product is for the farmers. Because for them, it takes time.
Seasonal. Seasonal, yes.
With Musharaka, Murabaha, Ijar and Salam can be applied in Uganda.
Okay. But how many products do you have in Islamic banking, by the way?
The prominent one has 6.
Okay.
But still, as I told you, that The way the Islamic banking is dynamic. It's not static.
Changes according to the situation?
Exactly. Now, for example, I have members that are banking with us, and they are vendors, market vendors, the women, Nakasero,
Yeah.
Owino. Do we have vendors in Saudi Arabia?
No.
Do we have vendors in Dubai? We don't have.
We don't have.
But we are giving them money at the Islamic banking principles. That means you need to assess what is haram and what is halal. That's why they were advocating that at least for a financial institution to do Islamic banking, there must be Sharia advisory.
Okay. Brother Brahman, on a comparative basis, how do we look at Islamic banking in those countries and now it's newly introduced in Uganda? Can we compare the two? Can we compare the situations?
Yes, we can. All countries that have been doing Islamic banking have never been hit by financial crunch situations.
Okay.
The GDP per capita of those countries reflects the standards of living of people. For example, you have an account with us. You're saving, you have a school fee savings account. You have 500,000 on your account. The school needs 1 million. They have rejected your son or your daughter
yes.
because you don't have
You want to have full pay.
full pay. But you've been banking with us monthly and doing well.
For some years.
Exactly. Not even years, months, 6 months, 7 months. We give you the 500,000, you go and pay school fees, and we give you 2 months to pay back that money with no interest. We give you 500, you pay back 500. Where are you going to find that system? Nowhere.
I can see.
2, with the conventional system and our banks that we have, we consider a formal business.
True.
And this is a problem that came in when Uganda was integrating. We integrated at a situation where there are some clauses that we were not meant to sign. For example, the most favorable nations clause, where we're not supposed to support small and medium enterprises. You're getting it?
Yes.
It was unnecessary. The informal sector contributes 58%, 58 billion US dollars.
Okay.
To Ghana's economy.
Ghana's economy, yes.
GDP. But it is informal, meaning that an informal sector does not get financial support from our financial institutions, the existing financial institutions.
For us,
because they are not registered.
Okay.
That means that you go to money lenders, of which money lenders ask them a lot of interest. I'm not against money lenders.
But they
are doing their business.
They exploit, yes.
Exactly. With Islamic banking, whether you are informal
or formal,
you're catered for. To the extent that if you've 6 people, you trust what and you've been banking with us, but you don't have a collateral security, the 3 becomes collateral security to the 3 and they take money. Because we are partners, we know where your business is, we're doing the business together. You separate the money that you've stocked in, the money that you've borrowed from financial institutions should be separate from the existing one, because we don't want to share money that belongs to your business, but we share profits that comes out of the money you've borrowed. This one has really helped a lot.
I can see.
For the informal business to start keeping records of their businesses. It's okay, Bobo Muslim will want you to pay zakah. If you're not recording your business, you will not be in position to pay zakah. And those who have started doing it, they have started even pay zakah. And 2, URA, it becomes very easy. URA sometimes exploits, but they use the loopholes which we or those who are in business are doing. You think you're escaping tax, you don't keep records of your business. Kumbe, there's a clause that allows URA to estimate tax for you.
Actual estimation,
so
common.
they can overestimate. But if you keep your records,
underestimate.
Exactly. If you keep your records properly, if you declare 0 profits, URA will not levy tax on you.
Mashallah. Brother Brahman, this could be the last question, mashallah, for today's discussion. Is Islamic banking meant for Muslims only?
The answer is no, because US is not an Islamic country. Islamic banking is there. In my circle, I have 38 now, 38 point something percent non-Muslims. I even have church-based schools that are banking with us and are taking the money. It's not meant for Muslims. And I didn't hear President saying that, no, I'm releasing Islamic banking for Muslims. The reason why we insist on Muslims, because it is prohibited in Islam. Allah said, Ya ayyuhalladhina yaquluna riba la yaqumuna illa kama yaqumu alladhi yatakhabbathu ash-shaytan min al-masjid. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wa dharu ma baqiya min ar-riba in kuntum mu'minin fa in lam taf'alu. Whatever Allah prohibited us, and it's one of the grievous sins.
Okay,
because dirham or riba, when you eat 1 dirham, it is worse than committing fornication on 36 ladies.
Wow, that's so big.
It is heavy than telling your mother, please mom, I want to marry you. Or sleeping with your mother.
So worse.
Riba is bad.
Because
mulimu kunyigiriza kunji.
Nah.
So Islamic banking, alhamdulillah, we have now a bank that's been licensed. In my circle, we have several branches now. On Saturday we officiated the branch in Arua. We have at Ham shopping grounds, we have at Kamukamu, we have in Masaka, City View Complex.
So you're expanding.
Alhamdulillah, we have expanded.
Now, what are you going to do to change the mindset, the perception? Because that's the reality. People tend to think it is attached to Islam. How are you going to do it to de-attach so that everyone can embrace it?
Now, to make everyone benefit,
inclusivity.
I have 18,000 members in my circle.
Okay.
The 18,000 members who have benefited from my circle are spreading the news. Because you're giving me now. People who are seeing us now.
They're watching you.
They're watching from far. Guru, Lila, everywhere. They're paying attention to us. It's also helping us. The government itself accepted Islamic banking because it's a way forward.
True.
But it's not again banning conventional system.
What we're trying so it's a choice now.
What we're trying to do, if you have an audience and you want us to take you through Islamic banking, we are available.
Okay, mashallah.
3, we are calling you to visit our offices, or you can call. We have our numbers.
Inshallah, we shall give.
Allowed to.
Not really. You cannot give out numbers, mashallah.
Yeah, but we have offices. You can visit our offices. You can come. You can invite us. We take you through. And I'm also telling the government of Uganda that since this system is not only helping the Muslim minority, but the whole country at large, the institutions that are now practicing Islamic banking, after verifying them, they need money from the government. The way you see PDM is good, is a good project, but it's still squeezing people. Try and roll some money in some of these institutions, and they roll it out to people and see, assess them after 6 months and see what is the impact that it has created. Because what the government is looking after is not the profits, I mean the interest that is charged from these people. Because it's very negligible. What the government is interested in is to make these people at least increase on their household income so that they can at least afford the basics.
Okay, mashallah. Brother Brahman, now you amongst the few who can explain Islamic banking fully. You amongst the few. Yes, you amongst the few. What are we going to do so that everyone can have such a knowledge? And are we starting up courses in universities for Islamic banking more? Because at least IU has one, I think.
Yeah. IU has one, and other universities, I believe they are going to start also.
Because it's a new product.
But Islamic banking, the only thing that creates a niche in the minds of people is Islamic.
Attaching it.
But indeed, Islamic. Why? Because it is fair. Because Islam is fairness. So making people understand Islamic banking, they'll have to practice Islamic banking. Let them test it.
Okay.
Which gives you an account bill. Be with the conventional account.
Then Islamic bank.
An Islamic bank account.
In a few seconds, your last word to our viewers.
No, my last statement actually is at this time, the government of Uganda has created a fertile ground for us to plant.
The players.
Yes. Because when you look at the external business environment, is at least. It has okayed Islamic banking because it has no interest. It has tried to link up the landlocked country with other countries that have got the cost. Meaning that we are trying to expand from the box outside the what? The box. Let us utilize this opportunity and save ourselves, the country and the families. Islamic banking is for all.
Okay, I want to thank everyone. I want to thank Brother Brahman Bowembo Kasole for the good discussion, mashallah.
Thank you.
Too much has been taken in. Probably we shall embrace the Islamic banking, inshallah. I'm Rashid Chwan. I want to thank the team for the good production, mashallah. Till next time, let's embrace Islamic banking because it's Islamic, mashallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Salam. Okay. Yango blow account.
السماء